Welcome back to your host GF Week 1 NFL recap analysis. Love being back. And I think this could be the biggest year in NFL history, man. And it has gone off to a hot start, bittersweet. I don't even know where to begin, but we'll start with the Thursday nighter. Lions at Chiefs. You and Chris Jones, who just re-signed. I hate when the player and the team can't figure it out. So you don't get him in for week 1 to prove a fucking point, and that costs you the game. No Chris Jones, no Travis Kelce. Me and most people that know football would say that's a first ballot Hall of Famer in Travis Kelce. And barring injuries, a Hall of Famer, maybe first ballot, but right now I'd say Hall of Famer in Chris Jones, defensive tackle. They can't win without them, and that's how great Patrick Mahomes is, because he almost pulled it off with Kadarius Toney, who just can't seem to keep his hands on the fucking ball. My God, man. And you got the nerve to chirp the Giants, brother. Anyone could have caught that pass you got. You and Sky Moore in the Super Bowl. That was just a little flip pass. Kadarius Toney, step up your game, man. Tony. Do it for the man back in the 80s, 90s. But Kadarius, love the name. Don't love the game, but you're better than that, man. But anyway, Jared Goff, who again, tier 2, and kind of looked it, but 21-20, they held on. Good for Dan Campbell, good for the Lions, the fan base. They got to get Jameson Williams back. They got to get things rolling. They got to use Jahmyr Gibbs more. You don't draft a guy 12th overall to give it to Montgomery. Montgomery's solid, but you got to do pitches. You got to give it to him in space. Jahmyr Gibbs, Alabama, need I say more? Okay, Bengals and Browns. Bengals fans, relax. Joe Burrow started out slow last year in the first 2 games. My Cowboys beat him with Cooper Rush, mind you, on the back of our defense. But 24-3 Browns, Deshaun Watson looked solid, but, it's all like it usually is. Nick Chubb, the defense. The Browns are live, so they better pay attention, but we'll keep it moving. Bengals fans, relax. Joe Burrow got the deal for a reason, tier 1 for a reason. Texans and Ravens, what do you expect? CJ Stroud, his first game. He obviously needs to learn, but the Ravens, 25-9. Lamar Jackson doing his thing. He's got new weapons now, no excuses. But J.K. Dobbins goes down, but they can pick up another running back. But he has the weapons. Let's see if he can transform his passing game and get to another level. And again, it's about playoff success. How many of these guys, Lamar, Dak, Josh Allen, will touch a lot of playoff success lacking, and they better do it. Baker Mayfield, 20-17, Buccaneers over the Vikings. Vikings are Kirk Cousins, what I tell you. It's not a guy I'd rather have Baker Mayfield because, it was a failure in Cleveland. I wouldn't put it all on him, but he has to take it. But now he's being given another chance. And you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and, I would still take Mike Evans. Someone trade deadline, they don't want to re-sign him. Big time. All he has is 9 seasons in Tampa and 1,000 yards in every season. The Super Bowl, big catches, and a Hall of Fame wide receiver who can still do it. So good for Baker, gets another chance. And sometimes life is about second chances. Cardinals and Commanders, nobody cares. Sam Howell doesn't look like he's the answer. I don't know what's going on there, but good for Magic Johnson and the ownership. Washington Commanders, New York Giants. You're not going anywhere. It's all Eagles and Cowboys. So Cardinals, you're probably on the clock. What are you going to do? Caleb Williams, going to keep Kyler? I don't got time for these types of games. That's what I'm going to try to do this year. By the way, any suggestions? You guys want to see me clean it up? Only talk about certain teams. But I like giving everyone a little taste of what's going on. So, Falcons 24-10 over the Panthers. Panthers, Bryce Young, first overall pick. You're going to struggle. It is what it is. Bijan Robinson, did you see that cut, that move? That's why some of these running backs go high. They're very talented. They deserve to get paid. Don't know too much about Desmond Ridder. Decent game, but again, it's week 1. They got the win against the shit team. Let's keep it moving. Jaguars and Colts, 31-21 for the Jaguars. You know what you're going to get from Trevor Lawrence. Calvin Ridley's back. Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Travis Etienne, Doug Peterson, good coach. So they're going to run that division for a bit. Colts, good for Anthony Richardson. Without Taylor, that wasn't going to be easy without Jonathan Taylor, but he looked pretty good. The stat line was pretty good. He can run. Something about him, I'm rooting for that kid, man. I root for all of them, but good for Anthony Richardson. I don't like the owner, and we'll see what happens. 49ers and Steelers, 30-7. 49ers have the D. Brock Purdy, I think Brock Purdy has what it takes to be tier 1. And yes, other than Jalen Hurts, I'm going to say Brock Purdy is the next best quarterback in the NFC. That's right. Over Dak, over Jared Goff, and the rest of them. Because Brock Purdy has the poise. He has the poise. He always points. He does his thing. He goes crazy. Looks like my boy Baldy. Either way, the point is he's saving them. Because we all know the Trey Lance thing was a debacle. They don't know. They can't pick quarterbacks. Brady didn't go at the end. Rodgers now. I mean, just a disaster. Let's see. If Brock Purdy is the answer, they're obviously Super Bowl contenders. Steelers, Kenny Pickett, don't like the glove. I think the Steelers are shit, man. They got the D, they got some good weapons, but I don't know about the quarterback. I know he went to Pittsburgh, and it's a feel-good story, but there's 3 or 4 quarterbacks coming in the draft next year, and it looks like these quarterbacks, they're making them a little bit better the last 10 years, pro-style offenses, so I don't think I'd stick with certain guys, but let's see how that goes. The Steelers and the Patriots, not good anymore. Hey, what are you going to do? Changing of the guard. Titans and Saints, Derek Carr's first game. Didn't really play it that well, but 16-15. Saints got the D. Titans, it's time to get yourself Steve McNair. Get a quarterback. Tannehill doesn't have it. They ruined Derrick Henry the way Zeke got ruined in Dallas. When you don't have the tier 1 quarterback, you end up ruining the star running back. I'll say it a million times. And the Titans are on the clock. I don't know why DeAndre Hopkins went there. Try to get a trade in season and get the fuck out of there. Rams and Seahawks. Rams 30-13. I consider that a touch of an upset. Okay, good for Matthew Stafford. I mean, the numbers are pretty good. But still, there's something missing there without Cooper Kupp. I just think that they don't have the draft capital anymore. Super Bowl hangover. But Matthew Stafford has pride. I still consider him a tier 1, especially he's got the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald, they have pride. But Geno Smith, only 112 yards, but again, economical, 1 TD. Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf. Either way, I really just... These 2 teams are pretty good, but they're definitely not going to touch the 49ers in that division. It's their division. Moving on. What do we have here? It's good to be back, guys. I watched it all day long. I love football. And okay, here we go. Eagles, Patriots. I want to give this one a little bit more time. Mac Jones needs some help. He needs a number 1 receiver. He's got the 2 tight ends, Hunter Henry, they brought in Gesicki. Zeke won fumble early, but, they gave him 6 carries for 24 yards, whatever. That's Zeke now, I guess. But I just, I don't, it didn't cost them, but what did cost them? Some bad drops, receivers I've never heard of. I would stick with Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones has what it takes, but Bill Belichick has not put enough talent around him on the offensive side of the ball. The defense kept him in it. Sirianni, very arrogant head coach. Should have punted it, went for a 4th down, didn't get it. You're lucky you didn't lose that game. But the Cowboys got something for you. We'll see. But I do like those draft picks, man. Harry Roseman, best GM in the game. Jalen Carter, what a steal. But anyway, fuck the Eagles, but it's all respect. Fuck the Niners, but what are you going to do? Packers and Bears, Jordan Love. Since 1992, it's Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. Okay, but it's the Bears. The Bears are shit. Justin Fields. You got DJ Moore. Claypool, I guess, is your number 2. You got Cole Kmet. I don't really like the running game per se, but I think next year is the last year, man. Justin Fields has to prove it this year, next year, but seems like the same franchises can't figure it out at the quarterback. Dolphins and Chargers, 2 franchises that did. I don't want to hear anymore that Justin Herbert's better than Tua. Just because Herbert's taller, looks the part, Tua's a fucking warrior, man. They are a fun team to watch. Tyreek Hill. How many yards here for Tyreek Hill? I really think he is going to get 2,000 yards. He is a number 1 receiver of a guy that just doesn't look the part, but he's got the speed. 11 catches, 215 yards, 2 TDs. Just another day at the office. Tua, 466 yards, 3 TDs, 1 INT. Justin Herbert, nice game, but they don't have the defense. But make no mistake about it, these are 2 tier 1 quarterbacks. I know they don't have the playoff success yet, but give me those young tier 1s with potential over the tier 2s that we've seen 8 to 10 years of them. I wouldn't want that. So good for Tua. You're a warrior. Be smart. Get down. Don't be an idiot like Josh Allen. Speaking of Josh Allen being an idiot. Wow. Monday night. So here we go. We got them all in? Okay. We all know what happened there. 4th play of the game, or whatever it is, Aaron Rodgers. But why are you holding the ball that long? Throw it in the 4th row. So anyway, that's tough. 9-11, all of that stuff. And it's tough to see, but the Jets pull it off, not because of Zach Wilson. Garrett Wilson, an all-time great catch. Zach Wilson still looks like shit. Except when he scrambles, he has some potential, but this is it. He's getting a second chance out of nowhere. Let's see what the kid can do. But the punt return for the walk-off, the Bills, that looked like the Leafs. And Josh Allen, we got to talk about it. Because if I am going to, and this is for my boy Joe, if we're going to rip Dak and Cousins, all that, Josh Allen might be heading towards Tier 2 status. I still think he's a Tier 1 quarterback based on what he's done in his career, but the most turnovers since he's been in the league, hey man, last night, that was awful. Because he actually had a good completion percentage. He was playing pretty good, but then the IQ, man, and everyone's talking about it, he needs to clean that up. But he's always accountable. I like that. But at the same time, so is Dak. Accountability at some point where you're not getting the results. So either way, they need to get Von Miller back. I still believe in Josh Allen, Bills fans. Let's not fly off the handle yet. But he does deserve some of that criticism, and we'll see what they got. Raiders, Broncos, I forgot. Good for Jimmy G, 17-16. Classic Russell Wilson, still can't put up points. Stat line looked better with Sean Payton, but they got a long way to go. And that's week 1. I can't wait for week 2. Let's go, baby.